hands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And the first item on the agenda after the roll call to order and the pledge is the consent calendar.
Move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the consent calendar. All those signify support by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ordered. Okay. Recognitions and presentations. We have one, and I don't see our gentleman here yet, so I will hold off on it. We have a proclamation for Homeless Awareness Month, and I'm going to make a presentation once that gentleman arrives. I'll bypass that and come back, and now we'll go to reports. First is the Planning Commission, no report. Trails and Landscape, no report. City Manager and staff.
Let's be consistent, no report.
Oh, thank you. City Council, Councilman Shuey.
I can't think of anything that springs to mind, so we'll pass.
Okay. Vice Mayor Hayden.
Just a few things. November 9th, attended the Clayton Historical Society's art show, showing some local art, raising money. It was a fundraiser for the museum, quite successful, well attended.
Great.
Then on November 11th, with the mayor, attended the Clayton Concord VFW Veterans Day Memorial. And then on the 15th, attended the Clayton Library Foundation's board meeting and talked about some city issues with library maintenance. And they're happy with the support they're receiving now. Just a few more items and addressing those.
Okay. To you.
Nothing to report.
Okay. Julie Pierce.
Okay, I'll be quick. 6 meetings of the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, 3 meetings of the Association of Bay Area Governments, including one where we counted the ballots for the election of the president and vice president. President was unchallenged, so that one was simple. The vice president was a contested election. There were 3 candidates running, and Greg Scharf from Palo Alto took it pretty easily. Had a meeting of TransPAC, which is the Central County Transportation Group of our 6 jurisdictions in Central County. Had a Contra Costa Transportation Authority meeting. We also had I had the honor of hosting on behalf of ABAG, the Bay Trail Golf Tournament at Oakhurst. The CFO for the Metropolitan Transportation Commission and ABAG happens to be a Clayton resident. The Bay Trail Golf Tournament fundraiser has been something that had happened for some time in the past and hadn't been done in several years. That sort of got dropped in all the chaos of the last couple of years. And he gave me a call about 5 weeks ahead of time and said, "Hey, Julie, how about if we do a golf tournament?" I said, "Sure, if you can schedule it, let's do it." They raised about $40,000 for the Bay Trail, and they only had 36 people show up.
Wow.
Wow.
So when you have a CFO of an agency like that that's getting ready to look at a fair amount of bonding, guess who shows up? All the bankers, and they were all writing checks. So, and they loved the day. They said it was a very challenging course. It was gorgeous. It didn't start to kind of mist until the very end of the day. They came out and were sure it was going to rain all day. And I said, "No, this is Clayton. It won't rain. Promise. You'll be off the course before it rains." Nah. Yep, you'll be fine. They were. So anyway, it was a good day, and Clayton looked terrific. They said the state of the golf course was absolutely spectacular. Mm-hmm. And they said the staff was extremely helpful, considering that some of their staff isn't there anymore.
That's true.
So anyway, whoever is there did a great job. So they were very pleased. At our ABAG meeting, we recognized Ken Moy, who is our attorney of the last 37 years, who is retiring in January, and this would be his last board meeting. So we recognized him. Had a Bay Area Regional Collaborative meeting to talk about the resiliency effort and the Resilient by Design competition, which is similar to the one that took place in New York after Hurricane Sandy, to try and design ways to build in resiliency into our communities that are near the water and experiencing sea level rise and storm surges that are getting worse as the years go on. And then yesterday, I had the honor of being a panelist at the Fisher Center, Berkeley Fisher Center Real Estate and Economic Symposium in San Francisco. It was a information-packed day with lots of really smart economists and really top-notch developers and real estate folks. And then we finished with me, the only elected in the entire room of 500 people, and threw out some ideas about how we might need to do things differently in the future in order to accommodate the people that don't have homes. When we're building 15 jobs for one house in the Bay Area, that doesn't compute to a situation that is economically sustainable. So that's it.
Thank you. Moderately busy the past week or two. Again, with the Vice Mayor, we attended the annual Veterans Day ceremony at the Willow Pass Park in Concord, and it was well attended. It was a very chilly morning, brisk out there, but it was a good and well attended event. Later, the week of in the week of the 12th, 13th, I attended on Wednesday the 15th, the Contra Costa Water District Board meeting, and this was their meeting where they were reviewing their capital equipment expenditures for the upcoming year, and they spent a lot of money not refurbishing, but rebuilding and replacing trucks, tractors, all the things that they need to do to make sure that the water continues to flow and things work well. Then on Thursday, I attended the County Connection Board meeting, and there we had a significant presentation, which I will highlight in the mayor's column in the paper. But autonomous vehicles are on their way, and in fact, they're going to start a trial with a combination of the County Connection and Livermore over in the Dublin area. It's going to be a very short run, but they're actually going to have a vehicle that'll hold a half a dozen people. And even though it's designed not to have an attendant, they will have one at the beginning to make sure nothing happens. Because one thing they discovered with these autonomous vehicles, and when it rains, they stop. And so this is something they're going to have to overcome. But I'm telling you that this is the wave of the future, and they're on their way. Later that evening, I attended the CBCA General Membership Meeting, which is changing their format next year. They're going to have less formal meetings and go to a few more what I would call socials and it'll spread them around the area so that people will be more comfortable in joining in and hopefully contributing to some of the work parties that we need. Speaking of which, on Saturday the 18th, I know the Vice Mayor was there along with other people. I don't know if I guess you weren't there, but on Saturday we decorated downtown. And so everything is done except I think we'll have the tree lighting all take place at the Grove Park, and we will have the tree that's located in the gazebo will be the tree that lights up at the appropriate time for that event. Finally, yesterday, we had our first Art and Wine Committee meeting. That's coming up next year, so stand by. And that's all I have. No more other reports. We now move into item number 6, which is a public comment for non-agenda items. And I see we have a representative from the fire district, Pete Marshall, the fire marshal. If you would please come up and give us your report and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, well, good evening, Mr. Mayor and the rest of the council and town staff. Am I on the clock?
No.
No.
Okay, all right, good.
You're on.
Yeah, I didn't want to, I want to be respectful of your time, but just want to introduce myself tonight. I'm the representative from Contra Costa County Fire that will be attending these meetings.
How short was the straw?
Not at all. I'm happy to be out here. Truly I am. just if I could just tell you a little bit about myself, my background, and,
Yes.
then I'll give you a brief update of where we are. But I am Battalion 2 on the B shift, so I cover Concord and Clayton, parts of Martinez, most of Martinez and Pacheco, some of Pleasant Hill. But those are my primary areas. Obviously, I'm assigned to the city council to be I'm the liaison from the
Great.
fire district and to the town council here. So the city council. I come from a town, Yountville. So, pardon me if I say town. So I've been in the fire service for 30 years. I'm on my 30th year with Contra Costa County. I started over in
Wonderful.
Pittsburgh area, and I moved up through the ranks. I served as a firefighter, an engineer, a captain, and then I made battalion chief in 2014, where I was immediately put in our training division, and I served there for a little over 2 years. And then I just got done the last year as a safety chief. In fact, the business cards I'll hand to Ms. Brown over there, the clerk, before I go, says safety chief on there. I haven't got the new cards yet.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you to leave some.
Yes, I will for sure. This a couple months ago, I just got put out into the field. So I made battalion chief in 2014, but this is actually the first time I've been out in the field as a battalion chief, running a battalion. It's 9 stations and 27 firefighters that I manage. So this is a new step for me. I'm an old person now in the fire service, but being a line battalion chief and doing emergency response is new. So I'm excited about that. Even 30 years in, I have a lot to learn, and I'm really happy to be here. I love decision makers, civic decision makers. So I appreciate everything that you do. I know it's a lot of work. I've served at the local 1230 as a representative and a vice president. I did that as well. I was the political coordinator there. I did that. So I understand a little bit about what it is that you all do. So thank you for your service as well. I really do appreciate that. Anyway, so that's kind of a little bit of background for me. I truly am excited to be here. I want to give you my card, but I want you to feel free to call me and keep in contact, and I'll do the same. I told our fire chief, Jeff Carmen, that it wasn't a short straw. I was actually really looking forward to this. So I like communication, and I want to be that person for you and let you know what's going on. I'm very proud of what we do, the service that we provide. We do have something special in Contra Costa County with our fire department. So anyway, as far as so that's kind of the update. As far as any big news, we haven't had any significant incidents out in this area, thank goodness. We do have a great crew. I wanted to drag them down here today, and show them off, but they were busy doing other stuff, mostly eating. But they're a really good crew. I will bring them down. I want you to meet them. They're a good bunch of guys. So anyway, not a lot going on fire-wise. We had a really good stretch in Central County here last maybe month or so, and it kind of slowed down this last week, but we had a number of fires. We're a very busy fire department. There's a lot of fire activity all over the county. It's not just grass fires in the summer. We get a lot of structural fires, and we have a daytime population of around 1 million people, and we're spread out. So we do run a lot of incidents, and we're trained in a lot of different areas. So I will keep you posted as things, as I hear things that I think that you should know. Obviously, we send out our significant incident reports. You probably get those, so you'll see my name on some of those. And then if I can, open up the line of communication, I'd like to be able to just, anything, like I said, that I hear that I think would be of interest to you, I'd like to fire that off and open up dialogue on that. So if you have any questions, please feel free. Like I say, I don't have any real statistics. I can bring all that stuff sometime, as I see what's interesting. We are going to open up a new station in Lafayette, so that's kind of our big news. We're going to staff. We got a recruit class of like 28. There was 30 people. We've got 28 left. Some of those people are going to fill vacancies, and some of them are going to be to staff the new rebuilt Station 16 out there in Lafayette. So they're going to be temporarily stationed. The recruit class is going to graduate, and we're going to be able to staff up an extra unit in downtown Walnut Creek. And then when the station's opened up, rebuilt, we'll send those folks out to 16. So Yeah, if you have any questions for me, feel
Well,
free.
Yes, I'm sure somebody here, I know I do, but I'll let my colleagues go first.
Yeah, please.
I actually do. Today, when I went down Clayton Road through Concord, near the Concord BART station, I noticed that the old Big Five store has a big old sign on it that says Contra Costa Fire and Rescue. And it had a big engine out in front and about 3 of the EMS trucks
You got
sitting
me.
out in front. And I thought, wow, are
So
they making?
where was this today? So it might have been a.
It was the
like-
old Big Five thing, and they had a huge banner like a sign across the front of the building.
Well, pardon me for not knowing, but I'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I thought,
Yeah,
well,
we
maybe
do-
it's their Toys for Tots for the holidays or something,
Yeah,
but
you
it
know, we
didn't
have a-
say that. I don't know.
Yeah, so we do a number of, like public demonstration events.
Mm-hmm.
If there was some EMS units there, then I'm not exactly sure what that was.
Yeah,
but
there were 3 EMS trucks and one, it looked like a ladder truck or something. It was huge, long
Well,
truck.
you're going to find out before this night's over with because
Good.
I want to know. I'm sort of embarrassed not knowing, but I also know how busy I am and
Well, I'm not surprised. It was first time I've seen it, and I go up and down that road all the time. I was just there yesterday,
All right.
and there wasn't anything going on. But there's this banner mounted on the front of the building as if it was intended to stay there a while. So it made me curious.
All right, by the way, softball
Oh.
questions from now on.
Okay, sorry.
the Big Five. So tell me exactly again where it is.
The old Big Five building, or maybe it was Long's. I don't know what it was. Anyway, no, it's next to CVS. It's the empty building in that BART station shopping center, right across from the Concord BART station on Clayton
Right across
Road.
from the BART station.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you're all going to find out.
I'm
So
pretty
Yeah.
sure
I'm
it's
gonna-
the old Big Five.
I'm going to hire a plane and with a banner across it. Fly
An
over
email
Clayton.
works great. We really appreciate
All
those
right.
significant incident things, because when we hear sirens and they keep going, we all get worried.
Yeah, you kind of get to know the sound and when something's actually happening.
We do.
By the sustain of the incoming units.
Did you have something?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think you indicated there must be 3 head count assigned then to the Clayton station.
Yes.
How often do those rotate? Do they get a feel for the community or?
Yeah, so we have what's called a bid system there, but people usually like to bid a place because they want to be there and they own the rights to that station. It's an agreement we have with the management has with the local to allow this bid system. So typically, they can move about. They have to hold this bid for at least a year. Every once in a while, a spot will go unbid and we'll have to assign what we call a rover into that station. But at Station 11 down here, most of it's bid out. So there's a few spots that people are assigned, but generally speaking, people can stay there for an entire career. The old Station 11, we had some old timers there that were that were there for many years. So that's the way we work. Is people like to bid and they get comfortable where they are, and they don't bid a place unless they want it. Some people get a little anxious and want to move for a change, but I know most of those spots are bid out. It's a very nice station. It's a nice community. It's quiet. The call volume's down, which is what you want. But we have really good equipment. It's a beautiful firehouse, and our people are well trained. So it's good to have them here, even though they don't run a lot of calls for you. But that's exactly a good thing, right? That's what we want.
We have an older population. We really want them here.
Yeah. Well, they're like I said, I'll bring them down. I want to show them off to you because they're really good.
I know that, by the way, extend our thanks to Chief Carmen because with his leadership, and we've tried to note it every time there's something significant. For example, your brand new command vehicle, we had it at our barbecue cook-off. And people got to walk through it and see it and touch it, and it was really very helpful. And Lon Getch was very helpful in making that happen. But I want you to thank them again for that vehicle. And I know that one of the things maybe Julie was talking about, I know the district has purchased 3 hook and ladders, and so they're being seen all around the area. One of the things that I always enjoyed going to was the academy graduations. Is there one current, and when will it graduate?
I'll let you know. We'd love to have you out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that would be great if we could get some representative from the council. I'd really appreciate that. That's super important. I put on in the 27 months I was in the training division, I ran 5 academies, which was unheard of. It was just the time, and Chief Carmen came on board, and the economy was getting better, and so I did 5 of these graduations, hosted 5 of them, and we always put the invitation out to the electeds, and it'd be great to see some.
And I know that the chief makes note of it, but that he was going to be having a number of academies so that he would be pretty much completely staffed up and have some extra in there to make sure nobody has a station with less than the appropriate complement.
Yeah, we're going to be a little bit over. And I think we're about 2 months out from graduation, roughly, to give you a ballpark. I'm not quite sure. It's a 4-month deal, so it's pretty involved.
My last comment is, this community enjoys seeing the Engine 11 come by, serving the citizens of Clayton. And I know it was gone for a while because they probably had to do some maintenance on it, but now it's back in there, and everybody takes pride when they see that engine come through town.
Well, that's good. When people bid Station 11, they take an ownership out here. They get comfortable out here, and they like it, and it's got that small community feel to it, and I think the guys like that, guys
We
and
like that
gals.
too.
Yeah. One last, are you still going to be doing the fire marshal job, or is that somebody else not going to be doing it?
Yeah. So last name's Marshall, but
I knew you, but at one time you
Robert
were
Marshall is
Right.
I call him Cuz.
Yeah.
So we got 2 marshals. We have Fire Marshal Robert
that's
Marshall,
it. Okay.
and Peter Marshall. So my jacket, my turnout jacket that I wear at fires just says Contra Costa Fire Marshal. So people always come up and say, "You're the fire marshal? Hey, how'd this start?" I don't know, I just put it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming out, and we know, and when you get your business cards, make sure our City Hall gets enough copies so that we can maintain, because there's always events, particularly when the concerts start next summer.
That's right.
It's always nice to have the engine come by there, and even if for only 5 minutes, to park outside for the residents to see it there. We have a space for the police vehicle, but we also have a spot for the fire engine if you want to park it there, even if it's just for a few minutes.
Yeah, excellent. I'll make sure that we send that fire engine with the sign on there that says serving
right.
Clayton. Yeah,
Hey, it gets noticed, I'm going to tell you.
they're nice looking fire engines. I mean, we've spent a bunch
Absolutely.
of money on new equipment. We needed it, and like the hook and ladders that you talked about. I mean, it's just really cool. That comm van, I think that thing was like $1 million.
Yeah.
And so it's like a motorhome, but it's pretty fancy. So, it's nice to have that equipment. I'll dig these cards out, get them to you. The staff have any questions?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
No, I was just remarking that $1 million is 25% of our general fund budget.
Yeah, right.
We got a grant for it, so,
That's good.
yeah, I think most of it was covered by grant, but anyway, I'll dig these
That's a
cards
good
out.
thing.
Great, thank you very much for coming out.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
Welcome.
Okay, that closes. If no one else has wishes to come forward and speak on a non-agended item, then I will close that portion of the agenda. We'll move to public hearings. There's none. And item 8 now, 8A, action items. Consider the second reading and adoption of ordinance number 479, amending Title 17, zoning of the Clayton Municipal Code for its continuation of the local prohibition of outdoor cannabis cultivation for personal use, and to prohibit all commercial cannabis activities within the city except for cannabis deliveries originating outside the city. Minnie Gentry, our community director.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council. This ordinance was first introduced at the Council's meeting of November 7th. And this ordinance would continue to prohibit outdoor cannabis cultivation for personal use and prohibit all commercial cannabis activities except for deliveries originating outside of the city limits. No changes were made to the ordinance at the last meeting. Therefore, it's recommended the City Council motion to have a second reading of ordinance number 479 by title and number only, and then waive further reading, and motion to adopt ordinance number 479. And with that, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any comments or questions from the council?
No questions, had the presentation at our last meeting.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, this is a public item open for comment. And at this time, I'd like to open up the public comment for this item on ordinance number 479. Please come forward, state your name. You'll have 3 minutes. Seeing none, I'm going to close the public portion of this and bring it back for action.
I would move to have the city clerk read ordinance number 479 by title and number only and waive further reading.
Second?
Moved and seconded to have the city clerk read ordinance number 479 by title and number only. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Ordinance number 479, an ordinance amending section 17.04.138, 17.36.080, 17.71.020, and 17.71.030 of the Clayton Municipal Code and adding chapter 17.95 entitled Medical and Adult Use Cannabis Regulations to continue to prohibit outdoor cannabis cultivation for personal use and to prohibit all commercial cannabis activities as defined except for cannabis deliveries originating outside of the city.
I would move adoption of ordinance number 479 with the finding that its adoption is not a project under CEQA and it will not have a significant adverse effect on the environment and is therefore categorically and statutorily exempt under CEQA.
Second that?
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those signify support of the motion, which is to adopt ordinance number 479, finding that it is not a project under CEQA and it will not have a significant adverse effect on the environment and is therefore categorically and statutorily exempt under CEQA. All those signify support by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ordered. Thank you. Item 8B, this is to consider the second reading and adoption of ordinance number 480, amending chapter 17.36.05, 075 of the Clayton Municipal Code to allow 6-foot high fences to be located within the required exterior side setback or at the public right-of-way line. Community Development Manager, Director, Mindy Gentry, please.
This ordinance was also introduced at the council's last meeting on November 7th, and it would allow the placement of 6-foot high fences to be located within the exterior side setback or at the public right-of-way line. No changes were made to this ordinance. Therefore, it's recommended the city council motion to have a second reading of ordinance number 480 by title and number only and waive further reading, and by motion adopt ordinance number 480.
Thank you. Any questions of the council staff? Yep. All right, this is a public hearing item, and I'd like to open up another public for public comment on adoption of ordinance number 480. Please come forward, state your name. You'll have 3 minutes. No one is coming forward. Closing the public hearing, and we'll bring it back for action.
I'll make a motion to have a second reading of ordinance number 480 by title and number only and waive further reading.
Second.
Moved and seconded to waive further reading of, or excuse me, to whatever Julie said.
You don't have to restate it.
All right, thank you. Anyway, all those signify support by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Ordinance number 480, an ordinance amending chapter 17.36.075 of the Clayton Municipal Code to allow 6-foot high fences to be located within the required exterior side setback or at the public right-of-way line.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Any further action?
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance number 480 to amend the Clayton Municipal Code to allow 6-foot tall fences to be located within the required exterior side setback or at the public right-of-way line, with the finding that its adoption is exempt from CEQA pursuant to CEQA guidelines section 15303 class 3 categorical exemption for construction of new small facilities or structures.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt ordinance 480, subject to all the other language. Any further discussion? All those signify support by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It is ordered. Thank you so much. Okay, that concludes the action items, item 8. We now move to item 9, which is any item the council may wish to bring forth to request and direct anything for future meetings. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just to let you know, at your next meeting, it's the annual change and election of mayor and vice mayor, so wanted to put that on your planning schedule.
December 5th.
December 5th.
Okay. Nothing else related to council items? Yes?
The proclamation.
I guess He's not going to show up. All right, I'll do that before we go in. There's no closed session, so I'm going to go to this. I'll back up to, thank you for reminding me, to item number 4, recognitions and proclamations. The city of Clayton has a proclamation declaring November 2017 as Homeless Awareness Month. Whereas the month of November is recognized as Homeless Awareness Month in the United States, whereas the purpose of the proclamation is to educate the public and advocate with and on behalf of people experiencing homelessness about the many reasons people are homeless, including the shortage of affordable housing in Contra Costa County, and to encourage support for homeless assistance service providers, as well as community service opportunities for students and school service organizations. And whereas there are many organizations committed to sheltering, providing supportive services, basic resources to people experiencing homelessness, including Anka Behavior Health by Berkeley Food, Housing Project, Bay Area Rescue Mission, Catholic Charities, Contra Costa Health Services, Contra Costa Interface Housing, Contra Costa Crisis Center, Greater Richmond Interfaith Program, Housing Authority of Contra Costa County, Lifelong Medical Care, Monument Crisis Center of Northern California, Family Center of Northern California, Resources for Community Development, Satellite Affordable Housing Associates, Shelter Incorporated, Stand for Families Free from Violence, Trinity Center, and Winter Nights. Whereas the city of Clayton recognizes that homelessness continues to be a serious problem for many individuals and families in Contra Costa. 6,105 persons in Contra Costa accessed homeless services in Contra Costa during fiscal 16-17. And whereas 640 families, including 746 minors, accessed homeless services in Contra Costa fiscal 16-17. And whereas 86% of homeless veterans of Contra Costa have been homeless for 12 months or more. And whereas 80% of people experiencing homelessness in Contra Costa lost their housing in Contra Costa. And whereas Contra Costa has the shelter or capacity to meet only 41% of the need for single adults, and whereas a report of California Housing Partnership in 2017 found that Contra Costa County needs 30,000 more affordable rental units to meet the needs and of the lowest income renters in our area. Therefore, I, Jim Diaz, on behalf of the entire Clayton City Council, do hereby proclaim November 2017 as Homeless Awareness Month and encourages all citizens to recognize that thousands of people in Contra Costa County do not have housing and need support for citizens, private and public nonprofit agencies. So ordered, and we would hope that the Director of Home and Community Services would have been here, but unfortunately, he was not able to, so we will make sure it gets to him. That completes everything. If there's nothing further, we will adjourn to our next regularly scheduled City Council meeting, which is December 5th, which, as reminded by the City Manager, is our reorganization night. Thank you very much. Good evening.
All right, we'll call to order the Oakhurst Geologic Hazard Abatement District meeting for November 21st, 2017. Let the record reflect all are present. We will turn to public comments. Any member of the public wish to address? Seeing none, we will close public comment. Move to item 3, consent calendar.
Move approval.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously. No public hearings, no action items. Any board items for future?
Spell board.
What's that? All right, then we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Gary just put that in there so it wouldn't be the shortest meeting ever.
That's right.
He had to kick it.
Just trying.